My next guest is Claudia Hepburn, Executive Director and co-founder of the Next 36, an organization that aims to develop Canada's next generation of high-impact entrepreneurs. Claudia, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Shannon.
It's so nice having you here. You have built a career, a long-standing career, really developing educational programs. How did you get your start?
Well, I think I started because I had transformational educational experiences early in life with meeting a few outstanding educators. And it made me see the power of education to dramatically transform young people's lives and the potential that they had to have an impact on the world. So I looked for ways to create little programs and test whether they were successful, but programs that had the potential to have a transformative impact on Canada if we could do them right.
So what was there somebody in your life that you looked at that you said, oh, one day I want to have that kind of education, or I want to be just like them? Was there something in your formative years that...
Yeah, I would say not just one person, but a number of inspiring people in different areas. I had inspiring family members who did great things that made me see the power of an individual to make a transformative impact on their society. And I had an inspiring teacher who started and ran her own school that got me excited about all kinds of things. And I could see that the way that she taught really transformed all the students in her school and made them see the world and themselves differently. So those were the kinds of things that that was the power of education that I wanted to help bring to more young people so that they could themselves see the power that they could have.
Well, and something that you tie in beautifully with education is innovation. I mean, innovation is important to you, and how do the two come together?
Well, the first education program that I started was called Children First School Choice Trust, and that program was about bringing the power of innovation to education. We wanted to create an education program that enabled lower income families to access a wider variety of innovative schools. And so the long-term hope was to make the whole public education system more entrepreneurial. Now, the Next 36, my current program, takes these same two elements but turns them around. And the goal there is to build an education program that develops our top young people in Canada as great entrepreneurs who themselves build transformative organizations.
Tell us a little bit more sort of detail then about what the Next 36 does and how it operates.
Well, each year we take 36 top university students from across Canada, from any university, any academic discipline. And we look for people that who have a track record of being really smart and high achieving, but also who have a track record of innovation, of identifying problems and building organizations to solve them. We bring those 36 individuals together to Toronto. We give them a unique combination of mentorship, investment funding for their ventures, and an academic curriculum that teaches them how to build ventures. And we bring an extraordinary set of resources to bear on them that will help them build companies. And the goal is not just the goal to build the companies, it's to build the mindset in these young people that they should be looking for pockets of problems where they can build organizations to solve them and build the next generation of high-impact, industry-changing organizations for Canada. So the next Cirque du Soleil, the next BlackBerry, and whatever field that they are passionate and have an insight into.
Do you find that young women are more risk-averse in terms of becoming an entrepreneur?
Well, it's a great question and an interesting point. Now, I think that the research shows that there are actually more women entrepreneurs than there are male entrepreneurs. But the thing is that women tend to go into them for different reasons. They tend to run their own small companies, they're self-employed, and they do it for lifestyle choices. But they don't have the aspiration in many cases to build something extraordinarily big and industry-changing. So that is one of our goals, is to help create this shift in the mindset. I don't think being risk averse is necessarily such a bad thing for an entrepreneur to have, because it makes them think twice about how they're going to spend the investment dollars that they have and how to use scarce resources. I think those are great attributes to have, because you want to make smart choices, not necessarily just the most risky ones. But we have found that although we have far fewer women that are applying to the Next 36, that often the young people that come out on top in this program are the women, because smart, articulate, well-rounded women who can absorb lots of ideas from different people and can be fantastic CEOs and really stand out in a crowd of male entrepreneurs. And there are a lot of people that are looking to back great young women.
So what's the process that your applicants go through?
So they apply in the summer to the early fall, and we get about 1,000 students that register to apply for the program. We have application judges across Canada, and we send out the applications, and they review them using the tool that was developed by Emily's company that I just mentioned to you, which is an online asynchronous video interviewing tool, so that they can see all the 5 video answers of all the applicants, as well as their answers to essays. And then we narrow it down. We invite 75 to National Selection Weekend, which is coming up in the end of November. And then all those finalists have about 20 interviews with potential mentors and with the co-founders of the Next 36. And so it's a very intense day. They have a keynote lecture this year from Rebecca McDonald, founder and CEO of Just Energy, and inspiring lectures from past alumni and mentors and donors to the Next 36.
Did you have an interest in education as you were growing up?
Not until I had one great teacher in grade 12 and 13, and she really made me think, wow, I want to have children so that they can have an educational experience like this, and let me think about ways that I can inspire people the way she's inspired me.
What's your vision for the Next 36?
Our vision for the Next 36 is that we want to develop the next generation of high-impact industry-changing entrepreneurs for Canada. And so our first program is the Next 36. We're just starting another advanced program for young entrepreneurs who already have companies, but who don't have business education. So we want to take them from founder to CEO in the course of 9 months by giving them an executive education program. It's a little shorter than the 9-month program, and give them the access to the business leaders and the business skills training that will give them a much better shot at being successful with their companies. And so we'd like to continue to develop more great programs that will be focused on different groups of entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, and enable them and facilitate their success going forward.
As a successful entrepreneur, and woman, did you experience sort of any barrier as a result of being a woman along your journey? Do you feel?
I don't think so. I think it's always easy to pick moments where you think, oh, I wasn't treated right and it was because I was a woman. But I think those are just opportunities to learn about yourself and to figure out how you're going to be successful regardless of those things. But I think overall in my life, I've had more people that have been interested in working with me because I'm a woman.
So do you have any advice for any young girls who want to go into business for themselves?
Oh, yes. So I encourage all young people that I know, and particularly young women, to learn how to code. I think that learning computer programming is a key literacy that is more important than learning French or Russian or Chinese, because I think that it's going to be a literacy that will open up all kinds of doors. And there are far more boys that are learning programming skills than there are girls. They're in short supply, and any young woman that knows how to code is, first of all, going to have lots of boyfriends, and secondly, is going to have huge amounts of doors open in terms of building businesses and getting investors to take her seriously.
And now, the Good to Know Minute.
It's now time for my Good to Know Minute, and I know you've got a great success tip.
So my success tip is to surround yourself with the highest quality people that you can. People that inspire you, people that you want to be like, and people that are different from you in key ways that you can learn from. And by doing that, I think you're going to improve yourself, you're always going to be challenged, and you're going to have a great time.
And that's good to know. Well, thanks for that.
If you would like to be a guest on Extraordinary Women TV, Visit our website at ExtraordinaryWomenTV.com. I'd love to hear from you. Follow me on Twitter at Shannon_Skinner or on Facebook at Extraordinary Women TV. I'm Shannon Skinner. Join us next time for another episode of Extraordinary Women TV.